basically the museum. My name is Mario, I'll be your guide. Tell a bit about the ship and its history. And if you have a question, just give me a sign and try to take the question as soon as possible. It's kind of main voyage to be part of the Swedish fleet.
On August 10th, in the year 1628, Count Abraham Brahe wrote in his diary,
"In the afternoon, between 4 and 5 o'clock, the great new ship Vasa capsized and sank in the channel close to Danviken. Nothing was left above water other than the cross trees on the main mast."
There were many in the city who witnessed the disaster. Later, wherever people met, on the streets, in the squares and in the taverns, the talk was of shock and fright. But words of scorn and mockery were also heard. Whose fault was it? Was there a curse on the ship? Or was it a punishment by God? Was she badly constructed? Was the disaster due to negligence? Perhaps the crew was drunk. At the royal palace, the king's councillors were shaken. 2 days after the disaster, they wrote a letter to the king, who was in Poland with his army.
Great and powerful king, omnipotent sire, when the ship reached the Bay of Tegelviken, more weather came in the sails, and the ship went over to larboard, but came up again till it was off the island of Beckholmen, where it did completely fall on its side with water flowing in through the gun ports, until it did slowly sink with sails up and flags flying.
On September 5th, almost a month after the capsizing, Admiral Carl Carlsson Gyllenhielm held a major inquiry at the royal palace. This was an important day, for the causes of the disaster were going to be clarified. Even more importantly, a culprit was going to be found. The fact that the shipbuilder, Master Henrik Hybertsson, was dead complicated matters. But 7 other men were summoned, and you will meet 3 of them here. We don't know what they looked like, but the minutes of the inquiry have been preserved, and they tell us what the participants said. Arnd de Groot managed the affairs of the shipyard where the Vasa had been built. Perhaps he looked like this. chief boatswain was Göran Mattsson. An experienced seaman, he dared say more than most. And young Lieutenant Petter Gerhardsson. What would this inquiry mean for his career in the Navy?
Lieutenant Petter Gerhardsson, you were responsible for the rigging, and you were on board when the ship set sail. Why didn't you say anything about the ship being so weak?
How was I to know? I was only in charge of sails and rigging. We had only set 2 topsails, foresail and mizzen. But I did notice that the ship heeled, even when the wind was so light that the sheets did not run through the blocks, although they were well tallowed.
Well then, Lieutenant Petter, what do you think made the ship capsize? Were the cannons properly secured?
My lord, the Vice Admiral ran below deck when the ship started to heel over. I was afraid that would be the last time I would see him. But he did come up on deck again and cried out that the cannons were secured.
Petter Gerhardsson's testimony was true. When the ship was salvaged, the gun carriages were all lined up along the sides of the ship. The Vasa had 10 sails. We just heard she only had 4 set. The remaining 6 were found on board in the sail locker 3 centuries later.
Call the chief boatswain Göran Mattsson. Were you careless with the ship's ballast? Or why did His Majesty's vessel meet a disaster?
I had taken on board as much ballast as there was room for, to get it exactly the way I wanted it. I went down myself with a lantern to stow the stones and get in as much as I could. I feel I have done what I should have done. The bottom of the ship was too narrow and she had no belly. I told Admiral Fleming this. He replied that the master surely had built ships before and that I was not to worry.
So, you noticed that the ship was tender.
I can only say that the captain of the Vasa had shown Admiral Fleming how weak the ship was. While the ship was docked below the Royal Palace, he had 30 men run from one side of the ship to the other in the presence of the Admiral. After they had run back and forth 3 times, the Admiral ordered them to stop. Had they continued, the ship would have overturned. To this, Admiral Fleming said, "If only His Majesty were at home."
Admiral Claes Fleming, the strong man of the Navy and confidant of the King. Why dared he not do anything after the ominous stability test? We know that the King was pushing hard to get his ship under sail. Much was at stake.
Please call Arne de Groot from the shipyard. Why was the ship so poorly built?
The ship was as well built as any ship could be.
Then why did it capsize?
Only God knows. The ship was built according to those specifications that we and His Majesty had agreed upon. You could, my lord, ask any shipbuilder to look at it and they would say that it was incontestably well built.
The ship may have been well built, but it was ill-proportioned.
The men who built the Vasa were skilled craftsmen. But no shipbuilder in Sweden had any experience in building a ship with 2 gun decks. The Vasa needed more ballast, but there was not enough room for the stones. The King gave orders, and then counter-orders while the ship was under construction. He wanted to arm her with more and heavier cannon than usual. Now, what happened after the inquiry into the capsizing of the Vasa? Who was blamed? Well, no one was convicted.
Oh, come on, Marcia. Yeah, he looks like a lion from a medieval painting.
We're gonna head back to the hotel.
Oh, period. I'm very excited. Okay.
14.
I thought the doors were closing. It's just Okay, vlog, we're waiting for the show to start again because something unprecedented happened. The set was moving down the stage and it bumped into some stuff, so they had some technical difficulties because it crashed into another part of the set. They're resetting it right now, and they'll be back with us. Everyone's okay, but someone came running out onto the stage. It was pretty hectic. It was within the first maybe 20 minutes. So far, so good. It's an opera, so it's difficult to understand, even though they are doing it in English with Swedish subtitles above the stage. So, and the costumes seem more modern than like Athenian Midsummer Night's Dream. Many versions of this have been done. But anyway, everyone's okay, and everybody's excited for it to start again. They're not gonna be able to see it. It's clearly dark. No light. No. I'm keeping that in. You can laugh it up. I'm keeping it in. She's got the stance. Aw, cute. Thanks. Okay, this is lighter. Okay. Aw.
The spin.
Let's go for the square. False start.
No. I'm gonna do the get low technique, you know?
Where is literally any ball under 10 pounds right now? Like,
Okay, we can start
there we go.
getting-
You have muscles, you got it. I know.
We can start getting rid of these bigger balls. Okay.
All right.
Did anybody use a ball? No, right?
Here's an 8. No. Just dance?
Tahila told me to do something completely different, so I did something
There's
completely
Dejana.
different.
Dejana, you said my drink? My diet Dr. Kelp? It's Charlotte. She's killing.
No. She's just actually probably. How was it? Which one was it?
That was good.
Oh no.
Oh, go! Woo, nice. I'm gonna record it. I'll delete it if you want me to.
Dang, if that goes in the gutter. Oh, dang. Oh, dang.
just giving the cider mess me into
Cider is I think it's like 4%.
Let's all